Hey everyone, I am Jenny and this is Tucker with Outside is Calling. In this video, Jesse and I got a chance to sit down with Lewis and Sandra of First Class RV Adventures. They gave us some tips on traveling with their two littles, Jules and Mimi, and how they keep them happy while on the road. Also, stick around towards the end. Lewis and Sandra share some very exciting news with us. Ooh.
Is that cool? You have to hear a kid talk, but it's fine, right?
Okay.
It's a YouTube video.
Part of the...
It's a YouTube video, lights, audio.
Ultimate YouTube
This is a really good YouTube video.
What's up, everybody? We are back today at the Collab Studio here in Wellington, Texas. This is the location where we're making the RV Nomads movie. With the movie comes really cool people that are part of this production, and two of them are here today. This is Lewis and Sandra with First Class RV Adventure. Whoop whoop. So it's really cool getting to know you guys and hang out with you all. Like us, they have kids on board, and that's why we wanted to get together with you guys today to discuss some of the complexities of kids. And your kids are older than our little Tucker. And it's cool for us to kind of like glean some information. You guys have been doing this, I think, 23 months now, right?
Yeah.
So you've learned a thing or two. And our hopes are, is to kind of see if you have any good tips for what we might prepare ourselves for.
Yes. Yeah. How was that transition from, right, they grew up, I assume, in a home, a sticks and bricks type home. So how was that transition into getting them into, I assume, a smaller living area?
Yeah, our transition was pretty drastic as far as space goes, but it wasn't too bad because kids usually are near you, and they usually like to be around you, and so it wasn't too bad as far as the space went. But Mimi was just 1 and Julian was 3, so we have been looking like at our little Facebook memories that pop up, and Mimi was barely walking, like she had just started walking and was still...
So she's right where Tucker is now.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so, and we hadn't realized that, so that's why it's so neat to kind of document all this. But I think that the biggest transition that I could think of was, oh man, I think like the transitioning from having all this space that we didn't use so much, but like we would go, okay, from this room, and sometimes we use the living room, and sometimes we use the kitchen, to now just like one area.
It's all one room.
Yeah, so I think that was my biggest shift, and not having like their own room because we have 2 kids. I think that was the biggest transition for me.
For the age that they're in, though, it's like the perfect time for them to learn how to be okay with it, though, because we've had friends that they start RVing with teenagers, and they're like, totally against it. They have a problem with everything. We've even had a friend that was gonna buy her kid, like 16, an RV to tow behind their RV just to have their own room. Wow. So I think starting the kids young into this lifestyle, they go with the flow.
They roll with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about, I know here in Wellington, it's been over 100 degrees for some days. So on days where you can't go outside, how do you keep them happy?
Yeah.
A lot of entertainment.
We do a lot of, we actually have a toy hauler. So the toy hauler part, that's like their living room / playroom / bedroom. So we do different things. What I've personally done is that I rotate their toys. So they don't always have the same toys. Yeah. And so there's different boxes. Now we've grown, we went from 1 to 2 to 3. So I think we gotta do some toy cleanup. Thanks, Grandma. Yeah. But what I have found is that we keep 2 away and take out 1, and it's always like, yes, new toys. And they get so excited,
Is it like every week or so, or how often do you like?
When I notice that they're not playing with that box as much, then I just switch it up, and they get so excited.
Oh, yeah, every single time.
They're like, oh,
that's ingenious.
Yeah, that was her idea, and I was like, I don't really. I didn't really get it, but then sure enough, every single time it's like brand new toys.
It's like peekaboo with babies.
Yeah,
you're gone, but now you're back.
Exactly.
Cool. And then my last question for you guys on travel days. What does a travel day look like for you? How long do you plan to be on the road? What's their timeline for staying happy in the truck?
That's a good one.
We actually just talked about this today. Generally, we wake up like at 8 or 9 o'clock. We wake up when our body's ready to get up, right? Like, you know, that's the cool thing about being an entrepreneur, right? And we usually get about 8 or 9, have our coffee. We do not hit the road until like 11 or 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll drive maybe 4 or 5 hours tops.
Okay.
And that is like the perfect time for them. They're okay in the car, you know, and after that though, they get, you know, they get kid crazy.
5 hours, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And that's the max. I
Yeah.
mean, usually it's 4.
Yeah.
Like the most we do is 4.
Okay.
And we have different things we do. I've got at Target, you know, the cool little dollar area section.
Oh, yeah.
I got the bingo, like for the road. That's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So the road time is
Yeah.
they're still being entertained or kept busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now since they're now at an age of we're starting road schooling, like officially through the school system, then we also have like a little book and as we switch states, we read about that state and they're all into it.
nice.
Yeah, so you just kind of get creative with it.
Yeah.
And
I am looking forward to that. Tucker's still at the point to where, you know, he's confined to his car seat. And there's only so many things you can dangle in front of a baby before they're just like, no, out, I need out.
yeah.
One thing that we are currently working on is making an area, especially like for Tucker being a baby, he might fall, he might bonk his head. Trying to make one part of the RV where it's like totally kid safe.
Yeah, did you do anything special for Mimi? Like, did she have a safe zone?
She didn't, because by the time we were out, she was already old enough. She was a year and a couple months.
Okay.
But
So-
we actually got
Oh, you're right.
we actually got the toy hauler because it has 2 porches. And it kind of doubles up as a play area for the kids.
So that's
Cool.
And
why
it
we
has a
did
TV on one side, so we could put them out there. They have a table, chairs, give them some snacks. It has the awning, so they have shade. They're not in the sun, and they pretty much entertain themselves for.
that. So when they want to go
we
outside,
definitely made sure that they could entertain themselves. You know,
Yes,
whatever they're
that's
doing,
smart.
That's huge.
they
That's
don't
really
need us
huge.
so much.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. That's why we got our
Okay.
rig,
Yeah.
because of that deck.
Well, and I guess too, right? This is probably a bad example right now. We're here in Millington, Texas, in the summertime. It's like 100 degrees on average, so it's
Yeah.
not the best weather for being outside. But I guess with an RV, if you weren't stuck here on production, you could go somewhere where it is comfortable, and then outside time's totally an option.
Right.
Yes.
So then the kids can go outside, be comfortable, and have fun.
Right.
And that's great
Yeah.
entertainment. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
the,
yeah.
the heat hasn't been worrying me too much. We're from Florida, so they're kind of used to the hot weather, but the rattlesnakes out here,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what scares
I
me.
have never paid attention so much to the grass before in my life. You know? I'm like slippers, like, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm like, no, I'll put some boots on,
Yeah.
some jeans.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. I went to this ATV park, remember I was telling you?
yeah.
And the guy up there told me that in a year and a half, he's killed 41 rattlesnakes.
Wow, that's a lot.
41. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I just pull out my shotgun and pop him in the head.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, nice.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So after you guys wrap up here, then I guess where would you guys go next for like a nice, comfortable area for the kids to play?
North.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just anywhere north.
Yes, anywhere.
We really liked Michigan while we were there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we do like doing the RV parks because they can do activities. Usually in the summertime, they have a lot of activities for the kids.
Oh, cool.
And we could wear them out at the pool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's great. We have lunch at the pool. So usually when we're not here, we usually are at a park because of them. I mean, we do some boondocking too, but the parks for them are like perfect.
Yeah,
That
that's
makes
something we
sense.
hadn't even thought of.
Yeah, so they
Well-
could socialize and have
Yeah.
fun and
Yeah. Well, I recall actually we didn't have a kid at the time, but the Oregon State Parks. Was it when we went to go surfing at Otter Rock? Beverly Beach
Beverly
Campground is a Oregon beautiful state park in Oregon. Beverly Beach, and it's right on the ocean there. And yeah, summertime the Rangers had programs. I had forgotten all
Nice.
about that.
Oh, okay.
So
The teepee.
how
yeah,
fun.
we had a teepee, a little amphitheater, and the kids go do fun
Really
outdoor
cool.
stuff. So yeah, I forgot about that. So that's probably
Yeah.
a really great way to keep the kids engaged and happy.
Oh
You're
yeah.
traveling.
Because usually they'll give you a calendar when you check in. You know, like okay, like dive-in movie and all these things, s'mores, and so it's really cool that they do that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes.
Oh,
so-
okay.
And we do take them out into the woods and like go, you know, run around and be loud.
Hiking,
And
climb mountains.
they've
and
done a
stuff.
lot, these
Yeah.
two.
They love the beach,
Yeah.
love playing in
Awesome.
the sand.
Now
love
they're
all
old
that.
enough that they get in the kayaks with us. and-
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about Lewis and Sandra is that, like us, they are also Floridians. So
Yeah.
come from the Sunshine State.
Can't you tell?
Well, I think my biggest, I'll give a tip like for those with families out there is really to, if it's something that you're thinking about doing, go and do it. Because there's a reason it's tugging at your heart and you've gotten curious, you know, like don't overthink it because then you're going to talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
And the kids adapt. They're young, they adapt easily. And I think it's the best thing that you can do because the child's first 7 years, that's all programming on our end. So we can help program them that much better, then why not?
Perfect. That's a
Cool.
great tip.
Yes, thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys,
Likewise.
and we'll get to know you some more because we're coming back for the release of the movie RV Nomads in October, which is exciting. And I think you guys might even have a TV show going on. Can we talk
Say
about that, or
Sure.
is it public, or is
Yeah.
that
Okay.
yeah? Yeah. So tell us about what you guys have coming up for later.
Very exciting.
We are excited. We'll be filming our pilot soon for our TV show, which will be First Class RV Adventures. We're still kind of working on the name, but the pilot will air this fall on Epic Nomad TV. So it's
Awesome. That's pretty exciting.
pretty surreal, humbling, exciting, all the good words.
Yeah. It's nice having access to the Collab Studio. We're sitting here in our t-shirts and shorts up here in the Himalayan mountains. We got a little fire going here at our
S'mores.
feet. Some big
Now we're on the
mountains right over here. Oh yeah, that's way too cool.
Yeah. Let's go to the beach.
We want to show you guys Mexico. So you ready to go to Mexico?
Let's go to Mexico!
Hey!
Wow, we're in Mexico!
Oh man, that's awesome. It's good being back.
I love it.
So thank you guys again. We have gotten some great tips for you as Tucker gets a little bit older. We can keep these in mind and look back on what we need to do for him. If you haven't already, make sure you check them out. They are First Class RV Adventures. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. If you want to follow them, you should.
Thank you so much, guys. This was
Yes, thank you.
awesome. Thank you for having us, and we look forward to getting to know you guys more and watching little Tucker as he gets older in the
Kids will be hanging
RV.
out here soon.
Yes, I love it.